Ladies and gentlemen, it's my prayer and wish that this video is going to find you when you are in good health. I'm also fantastic at this peripheral end. Let me know where you're watching this video from. I'm in the Gulf region and all is well at this juncture. Guys, yesterday I did a video concerning the union or the reunion between Wodemaya and African Tigress. I brought it all that happened before, and I told you the reasons why these two people were never seeing each other eye to eye. Are you there? For those who don't know what happened between them, you can go back to my video, but small synopsis is like African Tigress and Wodemaya at one point were an item, that they were separated because of some small misunderstanding. And I usually compare them, their story akin to what iammarwa is to others now. You know, other people who usually abuse the help that they were being given. Like in this case study, you've seen Marwa helping people, but at certain point, people turn against him. At a certain point, people use that pedestal and platform that iammarwa have given them out, and at the end, they turn against iammarwa to speak negative. Well, iammarwa has never been having a problem with them, but at least what iammarwa expect of them was like, have some little courtesy, that even if you hate him, must you go ahead and talk lies? You know, it would be otherwise if you're speaking the truth. But it's been proved and it's cleared, and everything has been documented on that video, that all that people spewing are hatred. So there is an umbilical cord that shows that the relationship that iammarwa had with other people, it's akin relationship that Wodemaya had with African Tigress. When Wodemaya sold to African Tigress an African concept, traveling around and document and show it, what happened later? African Tigress came and denounced and even called Wodemaya certain kind of names. That's basically what happened, and it took them 3 years not seeing each other. Even if they are in the same country at the same time, they used to snob each other going forward. African Tigress started anti-Maya, disgraced and humiliated Maya with this brand. At what point she even described Wodemaya as a short man with no sense, and that's got mental issues. Guys, if you're coming across this video for the very first time, kindly take a moment, a second or two, subscribe to this first channel and hit the notification bell, so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. To my returning subscriber, may God bless you. Always remember, this is home for good analytic kind of any issue that is happening around, and we always state the truth without mincing our word, without involving into other kind of hyperbolic kind of narrative, and without twisting it. We just giving it to you with its original form as it happens outside there. My loyal subscriber and moderator, may God bless you forward. Without you, this channel wouldn't be at this space. May God bless you abundantly. And let's dive in after a break. Welcome back to this YouTube chit chat. My name is Senior Zach, and this is my YouTube channel. Guys, there is more to this reunion. And what is this reunion I'm referring to? It is indeed, I'm acutely aware that I notified you of the reunion between Wodemaya and African tigress. Always pay attention to little things and little details. That is what I looked at it. From the caption to what the lazy gang took of that reunion, because there were certain mails and messages that sent to them to circulate them, to pin it and twist it to jibe iammarwa. So those are little details that I paid attention, that I want to speak to them. Number one, before I dive in completely, let's watch this video below.
For introducing this thing, this concept to me, and now I'm traveling the world courtesy of Wodemaya. Guys, back in the day, even now, people will still want to introduce you to something or help you just a little bit, okay? And now they want you to be singing their praises every corner, every day. And that is what we are seeing with the Marwas right now. Marwa will do something for you and he wants you to be following on his path, praising him every day and night like the Nyabohanse boys. What man comes to the street to be praising another man every day on every video? You got the help, then now keep moving, okay? But you just can't be praising someone, just falling on their feet every 2 seconds. Oh, thank you so Marwa. If it was not for Marwa, oh, it's a... Can you keep calm? A man praising another man right here on the YouTube street, I find that absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous 101. So people have always wanted these other people that they've assisted grow their channels. I do not understand the numbers, why people are fighting for numbers right here on the YouTube street. But back in the day, these things started then. Leave alone you guys right now calling reactors and saying that you're the people who are causing friction unnecessarily. You don't know where these stories began. They started their fights from a while back. Wodemayas with the Marwas, with the African Tigress, everybody coming out wanting to be the best African travel vlogger and have the highest number of subscribers. That's why Marwa will be fighting Wodemaya, because they did a collaboration and he says Wodemaya did not put his link on his description, so that, you know, it was agreed that he was supposed to do that. But according to Marwa, Wodemaya didn't do that. Wodemaya, on the other hand, comes to say that he did put the link in there. It was a fight after fight after fight. That's why even now, when you see someone like, what's her name? Empress. DeeMwango. She needs...
So that short clip is a confirmation of those little details or small details I was talking about. Well, if you want to know the owner of the dog, just look close. Then you'll see the owner of the dog. Just look around you, you'll see the owner of the dog. If the dog comes barking at you, or the dogs come wailing at your door, and at that time there is no thief, at that time there is no message that is being passed, remember, the owner of the dog is around. Do not look far. The owner of the dog is just around. Now, African Tigress and Wodemaya, in a cryptic version of just making a simple picture of a reunion, they've already sent their backing dogs simply to twist a narrative and to create a narrative. Remember yesterday when I was asking you, why was the reunion being done at Trinidad and Tobago? The environment was so important going forward, just because DeeMwango was in Caribbean, went to Tobago and Trinidad as well. And you remember when DeeMwango went on a live, some lazy gang with a pseudo account appeared online and started asking DeeMwango that whether he will go and meet African Tigress and Wodemaya because Wodemaya had just called off. I just called and organized the meetup of all African YouTubers. Well, that was a secret agenda to instigate, induce, plan, and choreograph agenda that otherwise its end shall be this way. Shall be, let's meet up, let's reunite, to reunite African, and to paint the iammarwas and to paint DeeMwango as anti-integration or anti-unification. Well, this is what makes me see the kind of reunion to be fake and a mockery of the highest order. One, according to this clip that on trending is so busy castigating Amara because if you are for unification and integrity, on the premise that you want to allow the two gentlemen and woman who are just coming on truce, if at all they are genuine, you don't stand on a podium of unity and start castigating other people. What I'm saying in a nutshell, you cannot stand on a podium of a conflict resolution to start divide people altogether. If you want to listen and pay attention to little details of what on trending is saying therein, simply is veering off and start painting iammarwa and DeeMwango of never wanted to solve their conflicts with Wodemaya. There is one thing I want to remind you. Conflict resolutions is a matter of hearts. If somebody still have a heavy heart and he or she doesn't want any kind of compromise, therefore let them be. I've never had at one point when iammarwa wants to talk about the Wodemayas, unless they are provoked, unless the member of the lazy gang operating pseudo account comes and start throwing jibes on them. It's when iammarwa will come and explain that he has got no issue with anyone. For your information, iammarwa is on record of always stating that the subscription or numbers of YouTube doesn't matter. That what matters is about the viewership, is about the RPM, and it's about the CPM. Simple. That is the reason why Wodemaya decided to embark on a journey of traveling Europe because of the CPM. It is the same way iammarwa with the 500k subscribers actually is earning more as compared with 1.5 million subscribers that Wodemaya is having. And that one explains why iammarwa had to stop its entourage or its itinerary that he's been doing within Africa and start traveling Europe just because of CPM and RPM. You understand? Do you understand? So that's a fact. So when iammarwa said it's none of my business, none of your business is not an insult. None of my business is just a basic English that's saying I've got no business to do with that issue. That it's not a cup of my tea. It was not giving a jibe to anyone. That's a matter of fact. Are you there? So you have to get the fact, and these are the little details that were choreographed, that was pinned, agenda was set to paint the iammarwa so negative. So guys, remember yesterday I asked you a question on the significance or the objective that that meeting and that reunion was to achieve. Very many people reacted. Of course, I will read you some two kind of feedback that I was in sync with, the feedback that I also deduced myself. And those are the little details that at any point you need to pay attention to those little details. Then you'll get to know the mission and the objective of the reunion, that it was not genuine, but it was a fakery. Are you there? So before I dive in, I want to tell you something. That if you are an enemy of Marwa and family, Wodemaya is willing to forgive you even if you are his worst enemy, grotesquely. That is a ticket of forgiveness. Are you there? The main aim is to always fight iammarwa. So this is not genuine. That is a bottom line of everything. That is what I deduced, that the reunion is AFRICANTIGRESS did too much and various and grievous kind of act of even ravishing or even demeaning the person and the character of Wodemaya, calling him nonsense, calling him short, and has got mental issues. Simply that Wodemaya has got a retarded growth, both physically and mentally. Well, it was serious. The main reason why I'm saying that, and we can fact check, so long as you are an enemy of Marwa and the Marwa's family, that's a free ticket for you to be forgiven or for you to get close to Wodemaya and AFRICANTIGRESS. Are you there? Even if you had preached blasphemy, even if you had preached the worst kind of message to them, the only ticket just said iammarwas, then you'll get to their circle. So the union was just want to put that one across. That's what I read. So the fact check, if you want to confirm what I'm saying, let's say, for instance, Wodemaya, AFRICANTIGRESS, is a friend to Ponte. And you know the kind of messages and unprintable words Ponte really put across on the social media about iammarwa. And iammarwa kept quiet. He even came and rubbishes the African staple food, ugali, as a stupid dish. Nobody came even to correct him. Some Africans are still celebrating him as a hero. No problem. Are you there? That one is not the list. The list still continue. Wodemaya and AFRICANTIGRESS is a friend to Ivan. All these are enemies of iammarwa. All these are enemies of iammarwa. So long as you are an enemy of iammarwa, it's a free ticket to get collabo with Wodemaya. It's a free ticket to unite with AFRICANTIGRESS. Wodemaya, Ivan gone together, is a friend to Priya. And is a friend to AFRICANTIGRESS. That's a fact that you cannot run from. That alone, even the manager of the Lazy Gang, who was against AFRICANTIGRESS even yesterday, now ended up supporting AFRICANTIGRESS. The opposite and the least that was expected, because even at one point he said, even if AFRICANTIGRESS will apologize to Wodemaya, he will never even support AFRICANTIGRESS. But yesterday, she came out louder, that is the black beauty, demon, and said, well, anything that doesn't exist, God cannot do. That's what he said. And that is mirroring the caption that was put on the photo of African Tigress and Wodemaya. And that is a fact, and that's the reasons why I'm telling you that reunion is a fakery, that reunion is not genuine. Its main intention is to paint the iammarwas, which is so bad. Guys, let me read you some 3 important kind of a feedback I got from people. Because these people came and commented and said, it is. They never mince their words because they want to put it out there. And my thoughts and my deduction was in sync with their thought going forward. The feedback number 1 that I got, it is all about clicks and views. They are all hypocrites. They are just trying to gang up on Marwa and DeeMwango and the family. It's all about competition. In other words, anything you can do, I can do better, sort of a thing. Are you there? It's just a competition gallo that everything that iammarwa do, they destine themselves, they can collabo and outdo and outwit iammarwa, which means they can do better. Such kind of a competition sort of madness. Are you understand? So they are all grinding as if everything is pieces and cream. But behind the scenes, their hearts are filled with hatred and jealousy. It is simple. Their reunion, because I said it yesterday, their reunion was just about of clicks and views. And that's a fact. The interests have just converged because countless times iammarwa has been in the Caribbean. Views, channels skyrocketed. Wodemaya has tried several times and have been denied entry. After 6 years of trial to no avail, the angel conspired, agreed, the entry was granted. He traveled. Several YouTubers flocked. And after DeeMwango went there with a serious blitz that made people like him, that made his channel grew, that made views, numbers, and clicks. Now, all the haters are flocking over there that they want to unite. That wasn't the theme. That wasn't the theme. It's just a reflection of you guys just wanted to compete. It is just jealousy gallo. You know, that one is a jealousy gallo, and that is a fact. You cannot run from it going forward. Guys, let me read you some 3 important kind of a feedback I got from people. Because these people came and commented and said, it is. They never mince their words because they want to put it out there. And my thoughts and my deduction was in sync with their thought going forward. The feedback number 1 that I got, it is all about clicks and views. They are all hypocrites. They are just trying to gang up on Marwa and DeeMwango and the family. It's all about competition. In other words, anything you can do, I can do better, sort of a thing. Are you there? It's just a competition gallo that everything that iammarwa do, they destine themselves, they can collabo and outdo and outwit iammarwa, which means they can do better. Such kind of a competition sort of madness. Are you understand? So they are all grinding as if everything is pieces and cream. But behind the scenes, their hearts are filled with hatred and jealousy. It is simple. Their reunion, because I said it yesterday, their reunion was just about of clicks and views. And that's a fact. The interests have just converged because countless times iammarwa has been in the Caribbean. Views, channels skyrocketed. Wodemaya has tried several times and have been denied entry. After 6 years of trial to no avail, the angel conspired, agreed, the entry was granted. He traveled. Several YouTubers flocked, and after DeeMwango went there with a serious blitz that made people liked him, that made his channel grew, that made views, numbers, and clicks. Now, all the haters are flocking over there that they want to unite. That wasn't the theme. That wasn't the theme. It's just a reflection of you guys just wanted to compete. It is just jealousy galo. You know, that one is a jealousy galo, and that is a fact. You cannot run from it going forward. Number 2 response I got after doing my reaction about this reunion. This guy comes to my comment section and had to exude this in black and white. Here it goes. I totally agree with you. Wodemaya should be very careful. This African tigress girl can't be trusted anymore. Someone who disgraced you and destroyed your brand just because you said you helped her. You may not know what she's having under the sleeves. You know, she even said Wodemaya is a short man with no sense. She really embarrassed Wodemaya. You know, guys, this was so serious. It was drama bin drama. It was drama after drama. Huh? You know, he should start to apologize right far from the way he started disparaging and destroys iammarwa's name and brand in the social media. If this thing is genuine, of which I said yesterday, let her come in the camera, state it on camera, and set it clear whether Wodemaya helped her or not. Because this is the issue we are dealing with. So that when you see On Trending is coming, when you see Carol is coming, when you see Black Beauty is coming and comparing with the iammarwa, we really want to know, because there's only one issue. People who are being helped, and then they become so ungrateful, and then they refute. At least for the Wodemaya is saying, he just made a phone call and had a discussion with African Tigress and sold that concept of traveling to entire Africa and documenting via YouTube. But for iammarwa, it's been so vivid, and we've been seeing it on video camera. It is still within the channels of iammarwa and the channels of those whom iammarwa has helped. We see it. If you guys are so blind and you cannot see how iammarwa is helping people, you're still comparing the situation of iammarwa and Wodemaya. This one of iammarwa was of a negligible issue. Double speak. I feel so offended when at this precipice of these guys reuniting, the lazy gang are standing on that podium of unity of and integration, of disparaging and creating turbulence, most of the AM Carol. Until even comparing the situation where Uncle Mo invited iammarwa at home, she was so mad that she never wanted such kind of reunion all along. All along. Well, it's on camera that the lazy gang has been on a point of castigating hate and hatred between Marwa and Uncle Mo. All along, they wanted iammarwa. They wanted Uncle Mo to hate iammarwa. Phone calls we've seen. They've also wanted David Jr. to hate iammarwa because they are the people propagating hate. Even others are sending nudes. We know them. We know them. Others even are sending nudes. No one wants your bearded meat. There are more important and good-looking bearded meat outside here that we can even go and bonk. We never want to bonk anybody's bearded meat. So stop all the nonsense. You know, that is what has been perturbing me going forward. So I'm pretty aware that this kind of reunion is not genuine, and I'm going to explain what I said yesterday, and now I'm still putting assertion, and I'm perforating certain kind of things that, one, there are still more details and small details that most of it you have to pay attention to them so that you can deduce real facts that are to be seen and we ignore. There is agenda set here. One, I'm acutely aware the number one agenda is about hatred. And it's obvious that these people will get back to Africa, to Kenya and other African countries in the name of traveling, just because iammarwa has put a halt of traveling to Europe. Now that iammarwa is going to embark and start traveling in Africa, mark my words, Wodemaya and African Tigress will again get back and embark on a journey of trying to compete with iammarwa, to travel the same places where iammarwa is traveling, just only to thwart the iammarwa influence in those countries. Hence, the integration, hence, the unity, hence, the agenda was set specifically just to tame iammarwa influence, both in Caribbean and anywhere where iammarwa has stepped. You can look the footstep of even Ponte. Ponte has tried even at the point of even forgiving up. Ivan is typically trying and traveling where iammarwa went. Whether iammarwa went to St. Paulo in Brazil, Ivan will go those places, make pictures, and it's a mockery. Just competition, some sort of competition. Are you there? So such kind of competition, sometimes you need somebody who is so prayerful in life and focus about his life, lest you being vanquished from your destiny and achieving your destination, because more of it is just witchcraft. More of it is just negative affirmation and negative energy that manifests itself in the physical realm, so in the spiritual realm. What happens in the spiritual realm must affect the physical realm. So if you are surrounded by negative energy, all your destiny shall ever be mute, kaput, collapsed, and close, hence thwarted going forward. And that is what I mean. Until next time, this is Senior Zach.